remember a couple of days ago I told you about literally how all of these people, particularly the people in the top of government, Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner, of course Sir Keir Starmer, Rachel Reeves, they all have second, third and fourth homes. While of course the vast majority of people over here in the United Kingdom are simply struggling to heat their homes after their winter fuel allowance, being axed, you understand. And I pointed out that, we were told by that government, by Angela Rayner, that we're just going to have to accept unvetted migrants, literally criminals, moving in all around us simply because, she's going to make sure we do. They're going to be living alongside us. And as you notice, I pointed out that, given that they have so much space, and forget the Grace and Favour homes, what about their private homes that they have? Why can't they move them into their private homes individually, where they're not living in, where of course there's no security issues? And they could take that government money as a rent as long as they take the migrants living in their properties. But they don't want to do that, you see, because they don't want to take the risk. You understand how this works. Now, thanks to that report, one minister over here is putting a petition together to force it through Parliament that these particular individuals, in fact, every single member of Parliament, if they're so keen to help this particular genre, then they're going to be forced to say, yes, they will take in a migrant from anywhere, literally living in their property alongside them. Now, this has been met with absolute rapturous applause, as you can imagine, because this clearly states everything that you need to know, how it works and the way that, of course, they're trying to push it ahead without any sort of force on them. Now, if this really goes through, it's going to be amazing, isn't it? Because have you noticed, whenever you ask any of these people, even the charitable people out there saying, migrants first, or we've got to help these people. When you say, would you move? No, I couldn't. I don't have enough space. Well, no, I've got grandchildren. You understand how this now truly works. This is going to prove incredibly embarrassing. And I do hope that this particular MP manages to push it hard through, because it will just show exactly the hypocrisy that's going on over here, and I'm sure in other parts of the world. Now, what will this result in? Well, of course, at this particular point in government, because they're so new, they're just hoping things will be wiped away and people will simply forget, that they've got a long 4 years ahead of them. And hopefully by the time the polls come round and things they think will look a little bit better, we'll still love, adore them and vote them back in. These issues are like no other before. Sir Keir Starmer has just been voted, so unpopular you couldn't even say the name of the person who rated higher. I'm sure you know who I mean. Big during World War II. You get the picture. So when you consider it at that level, this is going to be interesting to see exactly how they push away from what is now becoming an unmitigated disaster in their ability to stop, smash, and indeed remove the small boats. You have to admire the MP for his strength and determination either way. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.